Hello, this is a video demonstrating the interface of the Livetweets prototype developed at Media Futures. The goal of the Livetweets project is to create a tool that can allow journalists covering specific happenings, in particular sports events, to discover tweets that may be suitable for publication as part of the online news coverage. The prototype utilizes a connection to the Twitter API 2.0 through a backend running a Python web server and has an interface composed of a simple JavaScript web app allowing the interaction with the backend. The communication between the backend and frontend happens through the use of a WebSocket connection. Currently, the prototype only allows for one concurrent stream. This is due to limitations in the Twitter API. The tool utilizes a Twitter filtered stream, and the API is limited to one filter stream per API user. The tool could be expanded to maintain several connections to the API, but the users would then need to provide their own API keys. When opening the tool, you will see a web page that is mostly empty, aside from some control buttons in the top left corner. Beneath the controls, a set of stream rules are listed. These are the filtering rules for the Twitter filtered stream. In the prototype, the filters are labeled as custom, hashtags, mentions, contacts, and extra. The idea behind this labeling is to have separate filters for each of these categories. At the top of the tool, there are headers for hashtags, mentions, and contacts. As tweets are collected, these attributes are extracted and will be filled in the tool based on occurrence. Hashtags and mentions are fairly established concepts for tweets, but contacts are new with the Twitter API 2.0. In short, contacts are semantic annotations for topics or contacts associated with a tweet. They are provided through the API, and each tweet will often have several contacts associated with them. All of these attributes can be added to the filters, and we can collect tweets based on them. Below the hashtags, contacts, and mentions, there is a trending tweets section. In the current implementation of the tool, tweets will be displayed here based on the amount of engagement, that is, the likes, retweets, replies, and quotes, a set of tracked tweets have received in the last 30 seconds, minutes, and 3 minutes. The tracked tweets are currently just the 100 latest tweets. The limitation of 100 is based on limitations in the Twitter API. For future development, it would probably be more feasible to pre-filter the collected tweets, removing unpopular tweets and continuing to track more popular ones. Up to 5 tweets are displayed for each header. All the way to the right in the interface is a raw feed of tweets. This simply shows tweets as they are collected. In the controls, there are 4 main buttons: Socket, Stream, Start, and Stop. The Socket button connects the web app to the WebSocket hosted by the backend. Once connected, the Stream button unlocks, and clicking this will instantiate the filtered stream. As the filtered stream is instantiated, it will check Twitter for any active rules and display them in its associated stream rule text box. In this case, we have an old rule left over from a previous session. By clicking the Remove button, we can remove this rule from Twitter. After we get the confirmation through the API, the rules are removed from its box. We can now add our own rule. This demo is recorded just as the Women's Euro Championship match between Sweden and Switzerland is about to begin. Let's add Sweden and Switzerland in a keyword search. By clicking Apply Filters, we send the rules to Twitter. We can now start our filtered stream. As we receive our first tweet, the engagement tracking is also started. In its current form, the engagement tracking will check for engagements every 30 seconds. However, it will not return any tweets before there are any engagement on any of our tracked tweets. After a short time, we start getting tweets with some relevance. We also see that Twitter has a context for the sports event we are covering. We can add this to our filters and get all the tweets that Twitter is matching to this context. Each context has an associated domain and entity. For this context, the domain is sports event and the entity is Sweden versus Switzerland. To add this to our filter, we need to use its associated code. This is sent to the frontend but not implemented yet. I here take the code from the console and copy it into one of the boxes along with its context prefix. It does not matter which box the context is added to, but if we were to add it to the first filter, we would also need to use an OR keyword, otherwise it would only match tweets that also includes the keywords Sweden and Switzerland. By clicking Apply Filters, we send this new rule to the Twitter API, and we will receive new tweets based on our new rule. This can be done without having to restart the stream. In the current implementation, any tracked hashtags, mentions, or contacts are removed from the list at the top of the app. We are currently receiving tweets in all languages. Let's narrow down our results to tweets that are in English. We will have to add this restriction to both of our active filters. Currently, the tool uses Twitter's JavaScript library to render the tweets in the web app. Unfortunately, we see that the pipeline in this library sometimes slows to a halt when using an app as dynamic as ours. The app has been running for a few minutes, and we see that some of our results are advertisements for streaming the match online. So we have added the keyword stream and streaming with a negation in front of them to exclude tweets containing these words from the stream. Many of the results are also just retweets or replies to tweets we have already received in the stream. Let's add keywords to filter them out from our results. We also see that there is now a hashtag for this match showing up in our hashtag results. Let's add this to one of our filters. As we let our stream adjust to our filters, we see that most of our trending tweets have some form of relevancy. At this point, the stream could be left running, and a journalist would be able to quickly glance for tweets that might be worthy of publishing. Thank you for watching.